Okay guys, here we have the first pattern. This one's in the minimalist wallet. First we'll just, first off when you first get these you have to just break them down off the sheet into individual patterns, and then from there in the future it's a lot quicker. So just quickly cut through that without cutting through the design. So we'll just go about breaking it down. Hey guys, just a quick mention. One thing I forgot to say was with the when you if you either subscribe to How to the Craft and get access to the patterns, or you buy a one-off pattern, you'll get the PDF. Now with that PDF, it will stipulate what size you need to print it to. It will either be A4, A3 or A2, any of those two sizes. Make sure you check that before you print that, and print it to true size. For me, I just go down to the local Officeworks and print it off there, because they can print it and laminate it both sides for you in one hit. And as we get further into the video, you'll realise why we need this laminated. And these patterns will last like up to 30 uses or more, depending on how you use them, really, or how you treat them. Anyway, carry on. Okay, now we're to the step where we take the actual piece of leather that we want. So when you have your piece of leather, you often find that, I don't know if you can see that, there's a few little imperfections on the leather. So we want to sort of try and avoid those, but at the same time not waste the material. So we find we sort of line it up with the get our templates and sort of find a place where we're going to put them on the leather, sort of line them up, or better yet, cut it off so you get a clean line. So what you want to do when you have these patterns, now they've got laminate on the back of them. And that's for a good reason, because then we take crafter's glue, and this is the same glue that you use for any bonding of your products. When if you're folding leather over, you need a little bit of adhesive for it to stick in the meantime, and that might be followed through with a stitch. There are some products that you won't need to stitch. It will just be a little bit of simple gluing, but we'll talk about that more in those videos. Anyway, so you have this the same glue here as you would as when you want to set pieces of leather together for a different amount of time, a long amount of time, sorry. So what I do here is a little contraption I made, and this will come in the starter kits, so it will be ready to go. The reason why we don't put too much glue in there, because over time, if you haven't been doing it regularly, it will dry up inside the bottle. So put about a third in there. At least that way, if it does dry up in there, you haven't been doing leather craft for a while, it's easy to pick that out. But if it's too full and then it goes dry, then we'll have to turf the bottle out. So on top here, I've taken like cheesecloth or muslin cloth or calico it is, and then we just wind it on, get it nice and tight over the top, even just put a little bit of glue around the rim, and then lay the calico over, and then make sure you reinforce it with a bit of thread and tighten up around there. That will control the flow of the glue that comes out. So then when we do take our pattern, we want to apply it to the leather. Just get that glue to flow down to the bottom there. Then we can just dab it on. So that's the use of that. So we just dab it on. You just get very minimal. You only need the very small amount. So just as that starts coming through, dab it on. You don't need a lot. Make sure you get into the corners so they don't peel off. Sorry guys, it's not flowing out too well. I obviously haven't been doing any leathercraft for a little bit, for a week or two. Then you don't want to apply that straight away, because if you're using leather that's chromed or coloured on top, and you put that on straight away, when you do eventually go to rip it off, there's a good chance that you're going to take the colouring off the top. So you want to wait about a minute or two. Yeah, I even sometimes just go through and just test it with my fingers, see how much it tacks to my finger. You want it to the point where it's only just holding on. Find your spot on the leather, and then you just follow through with your mallet or hammer. And it just helps it stick to it. Okay, so you want to go around the outside. You always go around the perimeter of the template first. So we'll go through and do that. Okay, now you've done the ear. That's still sticking to the leather. And now you've got your edge of your leather all cut out. Now we need to go through and punch out the holes for the stitches, and we use a 1.5mm hole punch. What you want to do, go down that hole and just give it a little bit of pressure, and it's just so you can see, you'll be able to just see a little bit of indentation from the punch, and that will be able to tell you whether you're inside that hole. Just give it a little turn just to reinforce that marking and check it, and then follow through. You don't need to give it too much of a hit to punch through. Just carry on doing that same process and make sure you just mark it. Yep, run. Just want to stop here, guys, and using one punch at a time can be a little bit painful if you especially got a few holes. That's where if you want to speed it up, then I would highly recommend buying one of these. It does 4 at a time. Just be wary to make sure, well, all L2 leathercraft patterns come 5mm apart with stitching. If you do in the future plan to go to 3mm, which down the track we will introduce that, we'll show you how you can change the 5mm to 3mm. Just be wary that you get 5mm apart, not 3mm. They do come in various sizes. They come 5, 4 and 3mm apart, even 2 I think. But this is a lot faster way to do it. Okay, now you've punched out all the holes. What you just want to do is hold that up to the light and you'll be able to see, you can see through it, and you'll be able to see whether you've punched through enough on all of your holes. Sometimes, every now and then, you may just not quite break through, so you may just have to go through. So just hold that up to light, and then just go back over any. Right. Now you can peel the pattern from the leather. Just be careful that you don't separate the laminate from the pattern, and just very slowly. Don't pull it off quickly in one go. Just give it a little bit of encouragement, and then that'll come off. And there's one of your pieces, first pieces of your indie minimalist wallet.